Okay, so meet the S25 Ultra that is not from Samsung. The very first funny thing, but quite shady, that I noticed is that unlike before, where we have the design by Itel clearly printed on the frame of their phones, we don't have it here, which is, yeah, obvious because this design is not theirs. But instead, what they did is to print it in the transparent case that comes with the phone. So once you slap this case on the phone, you are going to still see the designed by Itel, which is just shady, honestly. But other than that, the phone looks so much like the Unisoc T620 Pro Plus with the whole slim design and the curved display. In fact, the Itel S25 Ultra is just 0.1 millimeter thicker than the Hot 50 Pro Plus. And I also love the dual tone color that we have at the rear design. The frame is super glossy. The phone doesn't come with the headphone jack, and also it has just a single down-firing mono speakers that lacks bass completely. I don't like the audio. Then the SIM card tray also allows you to use 2 SIM cards and a memory card at the same time. Switching to the display, I would say the display specifications are pretty impressive for the price that this phone is coming. It's AMOLED, it's a 1080p resolution, it is super vibrant because the colors are very sharp. Video playbacks are also pretty great to watch because of the sharp contrast, the deep blacks, and everything else. On YouTube, you can watch videos up to 1080p. The screen refreshes at 120 Hz. Outdoors, it is also very usable because you get 1400 nits at peak brightness. What I would say perhaps is the most impressive feature of the display of this phone for me would be the Corning Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection that it has against scratch, dents, and drops. It's almost as strong as the Gorilla Glass Victus that we have in flagship phones today. Now that, coupled with the IP64 rating for water and dust protection, it just really raises the durability of this phone way up. There's also the wet touch display. If you have oil or water in your hands, the display will still work. And then the fingerprint scanner is pretty fast and has this very cool animation when you are trying to unlock your phone with it. So yeah, when it comes to display, I would say Itel really cooked. Now the base version of the Itel S25 Ultra comes with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. It's a UFS 2.2 storage for those of you who are wondering. But what I have here with me is a version that has the same 8 gigs of RAM but with 256 gigs of internal storage. And I got it for 260,000 naira. Now that takes us to where Itel made their first corner cutting move, or cutting corner move, I don't know. And it is in one of the most important aspects or part of this phone, the engine room, the processor. First, it is Unisoc, which is not really a great choice for most people, including me. Then secondly, it is a 12 nanometer T620 processor. Honestly, at this price tag, that is all shades of wrong, if you ask me. I think maybe a Helio G100, even though it is practically in almost every phone within this price range, it would have still been a better move, even if that also means they have to maybe bump the price up a bit to, say, 290,000 naira. Well, when it comes to basic smartphone operations, it can run smoothly on this phone. But when it comes to gaming, that is where you may have some kind of issues, mostly extensive gaming. You will definitely experience lags and frame drops, even overheating, because a 12 nanometer architecture doesn't manage heat so well. And of course, where there is low or poor heat management, there is massive battery drain. So you want to keep all of this in mind if you intend to buy this phone for gaming. For the geeks out there, here are the benchmark scores. They are quite low compared to the G100, which is available in similarly priced phones like the Hot 50 Pro Plus and the Tecno Spark 30 Pro. Now, if you'd like to see a comparison between this phone and those phones I just mentioned, just let me know in the comment section below. And of course, use that time to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We're trying to get to 50K by the end of December, which is going to take a miracle, but I guess miracle happens sometimes. 30 watts charging capacity is a standard I was expecting this phone to come with. So when I saw the 18 watts, I was like, that's super slow, because charging the device from 0 to 100% will take you almost 3 hours. But that is what you get with this phone. Battery life, I would say, is also good if you're not doing anything like gaming or streaming or using intensive apps that drains your battery very well. The 5000 mAh battery on here will take you a day and even more when it comes to light usage. Now, here is a tricky one. This phone comes out of the box with Android 14 and of course Itel OS version 14.5 skin, right? Yeah. And on the package, it is boldly written it's going to get 2 years of major OS updates. So logically, that would mean this phone should be getting Android 15 and 16. But when I was checking out their website, they clearly stated that this phone will be getting only Android 15. So is it just me or the math is not matching? Because honestly, I don't understand. Or are they counting the Android 14 as the first update? That would be a massive joke. Still talking about the software, if you use a Techno or Infinix phones, then yeah, you'll be getting the same vibes with the Itel OS that we have on this phone. It is very fluid and super packed. There are lots of AI features that makes this using this phone really, really exciting. And 2024, yeah, we have the AI wallpaper generator, we have the Ask AI, we have Ivana, the AI powered assistant. Even when you are making calls, there is this AI noise cancellation that can be able to just reduce ambient noise when you are making calls. And of course, we have some other useful features like the dynamic bar. We also have the infrared remote control on this phone and smart panels for multitasking. And then game mode, yeah, for a more convenient gaming experience. Now let's go back to the back of this phone and talk about these camera rings that we have here. There are 5 of them, as you can see. We have the first one, which is the 50 megapixel main camera that it comes with. We also have a macro lens. The pixel is not specified on their website. Then we have this one right here. It is the RGB ring light that can be configured for a lot of things like notifications, charging, and a lot of stuff like that. We also have this ring right here that, I don't know, nothing is there. And then the flashlight for brighter photography when you want to take pictures in low lighting conditions. Simply put, I would say this phone takes some really amazing pictures. Everyone was really impressed with the final processing of the pictures, though sometimes it takes a little bit long for it to process, but once it's done processing, more often than not, you will like the final outcome. Videos can go as high as 2K at 30 frames per second with no kind of stabilization at all. So if you want to shoot with this phone and you are moving about, then maybe 1080p will be best, because at that quality, you get a bit of software stability. So yeah, you want to use that if you be moving around. Yeah, so this is how the video from the front-facing camera of this phone looks like. It's a 32 megapixel sensor, and yeah, you can shoot at 2K, both the back and the front. And yeah, like you would expect, the video is pretty clear. There are very little noise from what I can see on the viewfinder. But what do you think about the video quality? The colors are very good, and dynamic range not so good because you can't see right outside my car very well, but I think it's still pretty good. Yeah, for the price tag. Also, we don't get those AI features in the camera gallery app like the magic eraser or the AI cutout. And considering that this is like the topmost phone in the Itel S series, I actually expected them to be here. And then considering the fact that we have it in the Hot 50 Pro Plus and the Technospark 30 Pro, which are like the 2 major contenders when it comes to price with this phone. But overall, I would say a massively impressive cameras is what this phone carries. Now, what are my final thoughts about this phone? I'm going to divide it into 2, hardware and software. Now, hardware-wise, I would say I'm not really a big fan of this phone. Yeah, it creates some really good first impressions. Like when I took it to service on Sunday, everybody saw it and be like, wow, this is a new Samsung phone, it's nice. But you can literally see their disdain when I tell them, no, this is not Samsung, this is Itel. like that information just kills the whole mood and the whole excitement. So hardware wise, now I may not really be a big fan of it, but software wise, I would say, yeah, I'm getting these mixed feelings. It has very cool display. The cameras are massively impressive, like I said before. And then the fact that we can get at least one major year of software update, yeah, it's pretty cool. But 18 watts charging? Nah. A 12 nanometer processor? Nah. A single down-firing mono speakers? No. Like, these are very important specs that they really would have improved on to just make this phone way better than it is right now. So I will give it a solid 6 out of 10 when compared to other competitors. But if you don't agree with me, you can let me know in the comment section below. So thanks so much for watching this review. Leave a like on this video if you like it, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more reviews like this. You can watch the Technospark 30 Pro and the Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus in these two videos showing on your screen right now. And I will catch you guys in my next video.